Hello everyone, and welcome to another video in my... That was a bit dramatic. Hello, Ryan. Luckily, there's a ladder around the side so you can come out. I would say you could take us to where you are, but literally this is like the very centre of the house. Maybe I should connect this water somehow with the water over there. I don't know, because there's all rooms over there, and I don't want to break them. So, we'll see. But hello. Right, let's address the elephant in the room. Actually, no, the fox in the room, I guess. So yeah, you're wondering why I look different. Go and watch the last episode. Also, I'll explain about something else in a second. So, why did the mattress break up with the pillow? Because they had a pillow fight. It felt smothered and needed some space. Oh my god, that went a very dark turn. For what about mattresses? I wasn't expecting that. Fitting joke though for today, all will be revealed. Let's have eeny meeny miny mo, catch a fish by its toe. If it squeals, Lego, eeny meeny miny mo. Yes, I couldn't decide. Oh yeah, also we've got to be very quiet. We've got to whisper. Well, you can't talk anyway, but we've got to whisper because we've got a guest staying at the house, and I'll explain more when we go outside. Actually, do you know what? When I go outside, I can be as loud as I want. Right, so yeah, we've got a guest in the house. So if you watch the last episode, you'll know that we made a new friend, and I don't actually know their name, but they came back with us, but they're very tired, probably because they had a very long day and because they were literally turned into a zebra. I mean. But because of that, they're very tired. So they're not actually with us, but they're sleeping in my guest room. So, yeah, we'll go and pay them a little visit a little bit later on and see if they've woken up. But until then, me and Ryan are going to begin building a new game, which is kind of not new. Right, this is where we're building. I've already dug out the floor to save us plenty of time. So basically, what we're building is another Stampy sequel. I love doing these. Like, one of my favourite things is like getting some of Stampy's games that no longer work and fixing them. Like, I really enjoy that for some reason because there's so many games which are like really good fun, but we just don't have like, because they're broken, we can't play them, and it's really sad. So like, if you remember, we did Trailblazers 2, which is there. We did the infamous Turbo Types 2, which is, oh, that game's amazing. And then we did Kart Count 2 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I don't know where the middle is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build across randomly with this purple, and then let's just hope I figure out the middle. That to me looks like too wide. So let me just do this going all the way to here. Let me count how many purple blocks have I done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Then I guess if we build in 22 from this side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, then I can keep building in until we eventually work out the middle. There we go. That's the very middle. So it's not actually middle. It's basically just where the two sides cross together. And then whilst we do that, I will explain what this sequel is. So this is a sequel to one of Stampy's games, which, as fun as it is probably a little bit what's the word? A little bit not controversial. What's the word I'm after? You know what I'm trying to say. It's a little bit not controversial, a little bit conflicted, a little bit, no, what's the word? I can't, a little bit I don't know, rigged. Let's say rigged for now. So basically, the game is good, but there's a few problems that can go wrong with it, and there's a few ways people can kind of cheat in the game, which makes it not very fun. So for that reason, I decided to make a sequel of. Are you ready for this? Mattress Man. So we're going to be doing Mattress Man 2. which is a game I never thought I'd say before. But yeah, we're going to be doing Mattress Man 2. And so, if you don't know what Mattress Man is, it's a game basically where you have a sword and a shield, and there's a whole load of really high platforms, and you need to try and make your way to the end of the platform without getting knocked off by the opponents. And you can use the shield to basically knock the person back, because basically if they smack you with the shield, it knocks you back. But also you have a knockback sword to also knock them back. And then basically if you get knocked off, you're out, and then you have to try and stay on for as long as you can. And it's a really fun game, but there's a few problems with Mattress Man. The most common problem, and if you watch the Mattress Man tournament, this happens quite a bit, and it was the game's biggest problem, is that basically the jump from the spawn room to the platform start on is a little bit too difficult. Like, it's a 4-block jump, and not everyone can do it. So there's going to be none of that here. We're basically just going to have a bridge leading from the spawn room to here. And then also we're going to change the rules very slightly, just because this isn't like a new game. This is a sequel, so I don't want it to just be like completely different. So firstly, if you fall down, you're not out. You're allowed to come back up and continue. The other rule is that basically if you fall down and basically like if you come back up, there's going to be like more than one way to get up. So there's going to be some bubble vators. There's also going to be some what's called. There's also going to be some ladders as well, so you can do that. But also the another thing I've changed is I've also changed the objective of the game as well. So basically, it's going to be a little bit more like capture the flag. So basically on both sides there's going to be a dropper which is going to be full of a whole load of concrete powder of either purple or yellow. Oh yeah, I changed the colours as well, because the last game was blue and green. Yes, that sounds right. Blue and green. But this one I decided to do purple and yellow. There's not really any reason why it's purple and yellow. I just think that these colours just look nice together. And it's not really a colour combination I've done before. So I was like, I'll do purple versus yellow. But yeah, basically, you need to bring the concrete powder back to your side. And then once you bring it back, you put it down a hole, and then it's going to activate a whole load of fireworks to basically go off, which is going to be basically the way of how you win. It'll make it very obvious as well to someone, because like the problem with the last game is it was never about who got to the other side quickest. It was just about who could get to the other side at all, which was a problem because it meant that there was no real way of stopping the other person from doing that. And also, like, basically, if you wanted to, you could just avoid playing the game entirely and just rush to the other side. And I didn't want that to be happen. I wanted to kind of enforce the combat a little bit more, just to kind of make it so the game isn't just a stalemate every time you play it. So that's how it's going to work. So as you can see, we've done the floor, which is basically a big pattern. But the sad thing is you're actually not going to see most of this pattern because we're now going to put a whole load of beds down. So let me go and do this. We might as well, by the way, Ryan, have a quick snoozy woozy as well, because it is getting a little bit late. Let me just see how these beds are meant to go. Okay, so they go like this. So they're going to be like a big row of beds, which are going to go the entire way across. Might as well have a sleep, by the way, just so basically we can set this up. And then basically it's then going to go, so these beds all along here are going to be purple, and then it will cross over there to go yellow. And then basically, if I make some more purple beds, I'm going to prioritize the purple side for today. And then these ones are going to go across by 3, like that. And then it's then going to go, is this right? 1, 2, 3. No, it's going to go, right, yeet, move across. Can you see, like, this is green because of the the green glass up there? And then these ones are all going to go across with purple beds. And then the last one is going to be blue beds. Have I done this right? 1, 2, 3, 4 beds going across, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, for some reason. Oh, oh, this needs to be one across this way. And do you know what the annoying thing is? Is that every single spiral on this side is wrong. I thought I was being clever by digging out my pit and making it so that we weren't going to make any mistakes whatsoever, but turns out that we are. So I'll tell you what, let's do this purple going across here like this. To be fair though, Ryan, it doesn't actually really matter because you're not going to see the floor anyway, are you? So do you know what? Let's just avoid changing the floor and let's just go and just start doing this across. This was not my plan. My plan was to get the pattern looking perfectly. And do you know what? After this episode, I might very well go and make the pattern look perfectly. But do you know what? Like, you're not going to see this pattern. There's going to be a whole load of beds and platforms on it. So do you know what? Let's just go and let's just pretend that nothing ever happened. Like these sorts of patterns and like getting these dimensions, like I always try and be really clever and mark the paths before we actually get to the, like just something that way then we don't have to count as much. But do you know what? It's okay. Right, let's go and destroy these ones. So the reason why I got confused is because this one should go here like that, and it should be 5 across. And then these ones should be a row of 4. There we go. And then this should then be a row of 5, like this. Here we go. It's fitting out perfectly. And then, Ryan, basically, this is going to go the entire way across till we get to the yellow ones, and then the yellow ones are going to do the same but facing that way instead of facing this way, if that makes absolutely any sense whatsoever. So right, let's go and grab a little bit more cherry wood. I went with cherry wood because I built like a little forest and basically like I had to chop down all the trees that were around here, so that's why we've got cherry wood. But there we go. So that's how that's going to go. And then Ryan's doing that. I'll tell you what, Ryan, I'll put some more wool because Ryan's got a bit of the boring the boring job. He's going to be doing the beds. I've got some yellow ones I could put in here as well. Like that. So yes, we got the beds to do. The beds are annoying because you can't stack beds, which is a little bit frustrating, but you know what, it's okay. And then whilst he does that, I will start marking this part. So this is going to be the place where you're going to spawn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's then going to go with purple here. So the plan for today isn't to get the game done because obviously there's a little bit of redstone we need to do. So there's no way on earth where we're going to ever get this game done. But I just want to get it enough to a point that you can kind of understand what it actually is that we're doing, because yeah, it's a pretty simple game to be honest, but it should be hopefully pretty good fun to play as well, I'm hoping. So let's go and pile all the way up to the top like this, and then this one's wrong. So have I gone? So this should go 3 up diagonal. There we go. So then that will go to there. And then it's then going to go white like that, and then go white, purple there, white doing like a bunny ears kind of shape, like that, and then this should then go 2 across there, and then go. Oh, I can't reach. I've built this in like the weirdest way I possibly could have. Let's do. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. No. It needs to go like that, I think. Let me grab my shears so I can at least break this away. It's a lot slower because I'm on a ladder. And then there we go. I've managed to do it. And then this one is then just going to go like that, I think. Let me have a look. And then this one we then just need to change to purple wool. Have we done this right? This looks a little bit weird. So it should go. Oh, okay. So basically, this should go 1, 2. Oh, okay. So I know what I've done. Okay, this is fine. It's not wonky. Well, it is, but it's not too bad. I just need to go up just to here like that. There we go. That's why. Look. So that's how like the spawn's going to be. So imagine it the same on the other side, but with yellow. And then we then need to do the bridge. And the bridge is just basically because, as I said in the last game, it was a little bit frustrating how sometimes you can make the jump. So this is go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go across like so. And then this is going to be like the main spawn room, which is going to be here. And then let me just go and grab. Do we have any? Here we go. Some purple stained glass, so I can start. I don't want to make all of it into panes because I am going to need a little bit later. But basically, this purple is then going to go across to do this to make like the bridge shape, all the way like that. And then this part, which is the center, this is going to be where the actual like middle platform's going to be. And this is going to be a pretty important platform because this platform is not only the platform which you need to like where you're going to start from. This is also going to be the one where the with the what's called with the concrete powder in the dropper. So it's quite important that this is right. So let's just do 5 like that, and then I need to do purple there, then do purple here, and then this middle part we can then fill in with some ran out purple wool, with some purple going there. The only difference is the middle is going to have like a pillar of purple glass just going up, just because I really like the look of the glass with ray tracing. It's the only reason why I use so much glass in these builds now. Oh, I've ran out of white wool. I should have just grabbed like tons of every colour. Do you know what? I don't want to grab too much because Ryan's got the he's doing the beds, so I don't want to do that too much. But yeah, this is how this is going to go, and then this middle one here, we're then just going to go with like a purple glass pillar just to make it look like this holding this up. And then, by the way, Ryan, for this gap, because like I've done this pillar here, we're just going to leave this gap here behind the pillar and just do glowstone, just because it just adds a little bit more depth. Let me quickly make the dropper, which is where you're going to actually need to get. So let me just make the dropper quick. So yeah, so this one here, yeah, so this will leave a gap here for us to put some glowstone, just because the pillar just kind of ruin it, which I get, but it adds gives us some chance of adding some light. So let me just put down the droppers. So this dropper, this is going to be the one where you'll actually need to try and get. So this one will be filled with loads of yellow concrete powder on this side, and then that side will have purple concrete powder. Is that right? Oh, it looks wonky, but I think that's because of that. Or have I done this all off center? No, it must be right because it lines up with the beds, doesn't it? So I think it's just because of that white stripe going across, it makes it look wonky. But you know what? As I said, it doesn't actually matter. And I probably will go and change it, but I'll probably break it from the underneath just so then that way then we don't have to break the beds. So on to the next platform, and this one is going to go a little bit further away. So basically we're going to build 2 blocks across here, and this is actually why I needed the oh, I've put it away. Why do I keep putting away everything that I need? Right, I need purple glass. So basically this one is going to be the platform. It's not going to be like a majorly important platform. It's just to add just like a little bit more depth. So basically I need to drop and place that there. Let me break. Actually, that's okay. And then basically this one is just going to be like a square of glass, and then in the middle we're going to put white, and then we're then just going to do a pillar of purple. So once again, this one will have a block of glowstone, and then we can just smack away that glass. So it's like 1 block lower than the previous one. So it's kind of like you're going up and down. I just thought made it a little bit more interesting. So let me just break all of this away. And then the next one, we're going to go 1, 2 again. And then this one actually is going to be made out of purple wool, because this is going to be the platform in the very center. And by the way, we're not going to worry about like getting the entire top part done. I think what we'll do is let's just get this part done here, and then we can then we'll call it a day, and then we'll go and check on our special guest. Should we also have a sleep, Ryan, as well? I know you're crafting tons of beds. What I should have probably done is I should have probably just put a crafter down that just crafts them for you. Is probably what I should have done. But you know what? It doesn't matter because we've actually got like a decent amount of these beds done. I've actually got some on me as well. I can put some of these beds down. There we go. I can put 2 down. What a big contribution. Right, let's go and start doing the next part. So this one is going to be on this level. I can't believe I just fell off again. And then this is going to go 5 blocks across like that. And then this is going to be like the middle. So this is actually where it's going to cross with the yellow side. Because as you can see, we're getting quite close to the border. So I need to grab my white wool. And then we are going to do some more of the patterns. You know, like in Mattress Man 1, they had the like some little patterns on the sides of the platforms. We're going to do those, and they're going to look very similar to what they did before, but we're going to do them out of glass again, just to add a little bit more depth. And then how far does this go? I haven't actually marked this. So that should go 1, 2, 3. I believe, actually, this is going to be pretty easy to work out. Yeah, because I can just keep building until we get to the border. So there we go. And then this one we're then just going to do with purple wool. And then once again, I can keep building across until we get in the border with the yellow side. And then we're then just going to do white wool going here, and then purple wool in the middle. And there we go. And then here there's going to be the droppers, the dispensers, which are going to dispense out the fireworks. And then in the very middle, we're actually going to do the bubble columns. And I'm not going to worry about doing the bubble columns just because they're really annoying to do. So I'll probably do the bubble columns off camera, but you get the point anyway with kind of what it's meant to be. Let me just start marking where the yellow platform will go. And then I'll do some of the glass pillars. And then I think we'll call it a day. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we then need to go across like this. And then yellow wool. And then this one then just goes like that. And then let's just start putting the yellow wool here done. So then if you imagine what we've done here, but imagine that on the other side, then you'll pretty much see the game done pretty much. So let me show you from the underneath what it looks like. There we go. So you can kind of see like a bunch of floating platforms. And I know that middle one looks a bit strange, but imagine the bubble columns, which I can actually start marking. So there'll be one there and one there. And then basically then we'll just do the, this wool is then just going to come down like this. And then this is then just going to do like the bubble columns on both sides. So you'll be able to come up here, go up to the top. And then this one will be the same, but with yellow wool. I might as well start marking these down just because why not. And then this should be pretty much everything that I wanted to do today. Oh no, I want to show you the glass pillars on the side because they're quite important. So these are pretty much, if you remember what we did on the front on the spawn there, it's pretty much going to be the same but just made out of glass instead. So this side, because this is the purple side, we're going to use purple stained glass. So let me just quickly do these ones here. So this needs to go right on the very edge here. Once again, this like block, we're just going to put a block of glowstone in the middle. So this part, we then need to go up with the purple glass. And then this needs to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's going to go up and out like that. And then in the middle, we're then just going to use white stained glass. So this glass will go all the way to the top like that. Is that right? Yeah, that looks right. And then this part, ow! Are you okay? Oh dear. Right. I'll tell you what, Ryan, do you want to start doing maybe the other glass pillar if you're fed up with the beds? Because I don't blame you about the beds. They are taking so long, but it's okay. And then this part we need to go, so that should go 3 blocks up, yeah. And then we then need to go, I'll tell you what, it's easier to build this from the bottom, isn't it? So if we just go like this all the way to here. Yeah. And then this then needs to slope up 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then in the middle, we're then just going to put white stained glass, which are going to go like this, I believe. Yep, this is right. Yeet, please don't fall off and die. Because if you do, that's going to be very sad. To be fair, luckily he's got wolf armor, so we should be okay. Let me just break this with my axe because it's on touch. And then it looks like Ryan is, yeah, he's lining that up perfectly. So there we go. So you can see that how that will work. And then if you imagine on this side, so actually I've done this a little bit wrong here because this part actually is not this like here. Basically, it's going to go cross over with the yellow ones, which are going to be on the other side. So basically it will like touch the yellow ones and go across to kind of meet in the... I fell off. And then also there'll be more of those which will go here as well for these ones. So I'll tell you what, Ryan, whilst you finish those off, I am going to go and check on our special guest because our poor special guest has been all by themselves for the last like for the last like video, like a few days after the last video. So I'm going to go and have a look at them and go and see how they're doing because it must be a little bit strange because they've spent so long being a zebra to finally be back in like human form. So it must be a little bit shocking for them. But I guess we'll go and have a look and hopefully they'll settle in here. I might also ask them for their name because I've realised that I don't actually know their name. So whilst I'm there, I might go and do that as well. But yeah, let's go and have a look. And let's go and see if they're in the room. They should be in the room because that's where they were last time I saw them. Like I kind of took her to the guest room and then she kind of just like fell asleep immediately. Right, let's have a look. So, oh, there she is. Oh, it looks like she's woken up. Right, let's go and have a word with her. Hello. I hope you're okay and I hope you've had a long nap. I mean, you definitely have had a long nap. You've been sleeping ever since we've got back. Are you okay? You sure? Yes. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, don't mind these dogs. These are Callum's dogs, and they actually don't have owners, which is very sad because Callum's not here anymore. But yeah, I realise I don't actually know your name, so I don't know if you've got a sign on. Oh, you do have a sign. Oh, you must have gotten some signs. So, oh, we're going to find out her name because I feel bad just calling her the zebra, and I'd like to know actually what she's called, just so I can start calling her by her name. Would be quite nice. But let's see, I guess, how she's going to do it. Zara Zebra. Ooh, that's a very interesting name. I love the alliteration. Hello, Zara. Welcome to the world. Then, yeah, we've actually been building a game, and Ryan's actually still building the game as we speak. But you know what? I think we've had enough building. We've had enough of placing beds and blocks. And so what we'll do is I'll finish off the game. Can we even see it from here? No. I'll finish it off in between videos. And the next time we'll come back, we'll do the very tiny, tiny, tiny amount of redstone. And then we'll be able to play it. And if you want, Zara, you can come and join us for it as well. Because hopefully it should be good fun. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Welcome Zara to the world officially. And yeah, we will see you all at some point.